While many research instruments are available through PsycTESTS, it's important to know that quite a few are not. So it's really important to know how we can find them. Significantly, we also need to know that not very many are standalone documents. Rather, they are published in the articles or studies that use them. In these cases, filling out an interlibrary loan request probably won't be effective. This tutorial will show how we can access these instruments when they're not readily available in the database. Let's say, for instance, that we were looking for instruments for a study on autism spectrum conditions. In PsycTESTS, we would enter autism, and we come to these results. Now, the first two on this list are readily available through the database, but the third one is not. All right, so let's see how we might be able to track this down. First thing we need to do is click on the title for the item record. What we need to do here then is scroll down until we find the source citation. This is where it was published, or where this citation was published. Now in this case there is a PsycInfo record number, which means that it is at least listed in PsycInfo. So let's go ahead and click this. And we find we don't have access to this article. But we can click check for SMU full text. And we find that we do have access. Now, before we can get to it, we need to make sure that we sign in so that we can access the article. So I'm going to do that real quick. Alrighty, so here we are. I've signed in. Signing in is especially important if we are off campus. Without signing in, we won't be able to get access to the article. So let's go ahead and click Science Direct Journal Complete, the database through which we have it. All right, and here we come to the publisher's web page on this article, and we do have access, so we can download the PDF. Again, so in many cases, the testing instrument will be included in the article or the study itself, either in the methods section if it's short, or in an appendix, more frequently in an appendix. When this is the case, we can simply access the instrument that way. Let's go ahead and look at this one, see if we can find the instrument. Now in this case, we find that it's not here. It's not in an appendix, there is no appendix, and it wasn't in the methods section. So let's go ahead and scan the article, or skim the article, and see if we can find it. And we find it here in the methods section in the measures. The instrument is the MCHAT-R, and we have a reference, Robbins et al. 2009. Alright, so when we come down to the references, we find Robbins 2009, and there is a link to a website, www.mchatscreen.com. So let's go to this website. Alright, so at the website, luckily we find that we can download this instrument for free, and we can get it as a PDF. And here it is. Right, so here's the instrument itself. One of the things that's really important is to pay attention to permissions for use and instructions for use. It's absolutely imperative that we follow the license, that we follow these rules from the publisher. Otherwise, we could be in violation of copyright and/or trademark law. Now, just to give an example of what I mean when I say that the instruments are sometimes available in the article itself. This is the Broad Autism Phenotype Questionnaire by Hurley et al. And this paper they talk about developing this instrument, and the instrument itself is available as Appendix A. So here are the questions for the questionnaire. All right, admittedly, this was a pretty involved example. Again, for instruments not directly available through PsycTESTS, many will frequently be associated with the publication, so tracking down that publication should be sufficient. Other cases may require a bit of digging, like this one. If you've accessed the publication but still cannot get to the instrument, feel free to contact your liaison librarian, who will be happy to help you track it down.